Hey losers, welcome to my humble abode. I'm Goddess Jezebel, and I'm going to be teaching you how to be a good, subservient, pasty little bitch for me today. You excited? Good. Me too. So get your ass over here and worship me.
I must confess, I am guilty of worshipping stunning, dark-skinned women, as I have a preference for women of that complexion. It borders on idolatry. Though the intersectionality between role-playing and the Jezebel archetype in a romantic relationship is the focus of today's video. The Jezebel archetype is a cultural and literary trope that originated from biblical references and has been perpetuated in various forms throughout history. The archetype derives its name from Queen Jezebel, a character from the Hebrew Bible's Book of Kings, who is depicted as a wicked and manipulative queen. In the biblical narrative, Jezebel was the wife of King Ahab of Israel, and was known for promoting the worship of foreign gods, particularly Baal, and for persecuting followers of Yahweh. She is portrayed as a cunning and influential figure who used her feminine wiles and power to further her own agenda and suppress those who opposed her. Over time, the name Jezebel became associated with women who exhibit similar traits or engage in behaviors perceived as immoral or manipulative. The archetype often portrays women as seductive, promiscuous, or deceitful, using their sexual appeal and cunning to manipulate and control men. It is important to note that this archetype is a stereotype and does not accurately represent the complexities and diversity of real women. I admit that I have engaged in misogyny knowingly and unknowingly at some point in my life, just as women have engaged in misandry. However, personally, I don't subscribe to the notion that female sexuality and power are inherently negative or dangerous. There is a place for the Jezebel archetype, including in role-playing, where a heterosexual couple wants to spice up their relationship. The woman embodies the role of a sex goddess, while the man worships and adores her. In this context, the Jezebel archetype can be reimagined and reclaimed as a powerful and consensual exploration of sensuality and desire. By incorporating elements of the Jezebel archetype into their role-playing dynamic, the couple can tap into the seductive and captivating qualities associated with the archetype. The woman, channeling her inner Jezebel, can exude confidence, sexual appeal, and a playful sense of power. Meanwhile, the man's worship and adoration can manifest a deep appreciation for his woman, making her feel desired and protected. Within the confines of role-playing, the couple can explore scenarios and dynamics that emphasize the passionate and intense connection between them. The woman, as the sex goddess, can take on a dominant role, commanding and guiding her husband's actions to fulfill her desires. Meanwhile, the man's willingness to fulfill her every wish can be expressed through the "your wish is my command" mentality, where he strives to please and satisfy her within reasonable limits. In conclusion, please don't misconstrue my dalliance with the Jezebel archetype as pandering to modern women and the fourth and fifth waves of feminism, as I'm a proud traditional man. Like any right-thinking man who cares about his mother or daughter, I only support the unadulterated, unradicalized version of feminism, which at its purest form was about pushing for recognition and protection of the rights of girls and women. I unapologetically distance myself from the radicalized version of feminism that has been co-opted by nonsensical woke ideologies.